Hi everybody, this is a bit different from my usual, but this has been on my mind lately. So I wanted to make this to get some stuff off my chest and to spread awareness. This will contain sensitive topics, so if at any time you feel uncomfortable, please remember to take care of yourself and do what is best for you. Most of you are probably wondering, Seb, who even is this Garando person? And to that I say, she does art and creative things like that, which is great. Art is a very good outlet that I myself find helpful. However, sharing such art should be done responsibly and with care, especially if it contains topics that could be upsetting and or triggering to some people. Before I start, I'd like to admit that I am not 100% innocent in this situation, as I was a bit rude when I first said something. But I did apologize and calmly reworded what I said. I did be a bit rude again after that, and I'm sorry about that too. I understand that being a jerk doesn't get you very far, and I was just frustrated because I wasn't being taken seriously. But anyway, enough of my babbling. I'll get on with it. As a few reminders, do not harass anyone mentioned. This is meant to be a rant and not an excuse to be mean to people. I made the mistake of not saying that last time I told people about this. Also, if you are one of her supporters who knows about the drama, please listen to my side of this story before saying anything. A lot of misinformation and conclusions got drawn without me being talked to. I was reached out to, but I had major anxiety at the moment and struggled to say anything back. So starting from the beginning, I saw a video of theirs that an old friend sent me. 2 or so days later, I got some of their art in my recommended. I didn't like it, but maybe they were just having a bad day. I ignored it. But it just kept going after that, and since there's no block feature on YT, I kinda just had to see it when it came up. I think you can hide channels or something, but I don't know. I started getting uncomfortable because the art was mostly centered around and which I have struggled with since I was 10 or so. So eventually I got frustrated and told one of my friends, who said something on one of their posts. I kind of laughed about it because I didn't think much of it at the time and followed up on it. Eventually I realized it was wrong of me to feed into that. So I said that I could have been a little nicer and said how this kind of stuff could trigger people or be shown to kids without proper warnings. She said she wouldn't add warnings because it would show people that she was suffering or something like that, which personally, nobody who isn't suffering would draw such things, but whatever. So I thought, whatever, I can't change her mind. That's fine. Then I saw she told my friend to get mauled by a bear. I also discovered she told me to get mauled by a dog. She said in a later entry that it was a joke, but I think that word loses meaning in this situation. A joke should be funny to both parties. But again, whatever. She also mocked me and lied saying I supported a game dev who has incest in their game, which I don't remember ever saying. Then she guilt-tripped me, which she admits to doing. And I got mad again because I wasn't even the one who said anything in the first place. She actually blames the whole situation on me, despite the fact I was only there for like 40% of it. So again, me and my friends had what I thought was a harmless group chat where we talked about the situation. It may sound like I'm trying to pin the blame on them, but I swear I'm not, since I was in the wrong for even getting them involved. Anyway, I left for a bit because I wanted to focus on something else and just kind of lived normally until the next day when I decided to try to prove my point again and made a new account. That backfired since I'm not a good actor. So again, I stayed out of it mostly. I did happen to see something my friend posted about her, which was calling her out for drawing a 17-year-old in a suggestive manner, and she admitted it was, which is really gross. So I let that friend alone for the time being, until apparently I sent my friends after her and sent death threats and stuff. At first, I didn't think it was true, since she's lied about me before. But when I asked, I figured out they did in fact say some not so good things. This is where I got super anxious, and the anxiety got worse when I saw she sent me gimmicks on Straw Page and messages on Discord. So I asked another friend to try and explain for me because I can sometimes become irrational and stuff when I get super anxious. My friend, who had also been in the group chat, said she would do it and tell me her response if it was okay with me, which it was. But apparently she dismissed my anxiety as me just being a pussy. I find that really disrespectful and somewhat hurtful. But anyway, not much happened after that, so here's some other things that have come up that I didn't mention in the chain of events. She tries to play off the whole suggestive things of characters under the age as artistic. But even if that was the case, you shouldn't use minors for that anyway. But I think that's it. Ask if you have a question, because I'm willing to answer truthfully, and if anyone knows anything that I missed, feel free to tell me. Bye, take care, and love yourselves.